Happy birthday, by the way.
I was gonna say, so you're sure there's nobody else's birthday you know of?
Not a single person's.
Nah, just my twin brother, hey?
Yes, your twin brother.
Well, happy birthday, Kyle. I hope it's a good one.
Yeah. It's a shame. I heard you guys were almost triplets, but one got 8 in the womb.
Yeah, that's the story we go by. Every time,
Yeah.
I swear to God, every time my brother introduced me to somebody, he'll be like, yeah, this is my twin brother. We were supposed to be triplets, but he got hungry. And then Kyle will be like, yes, he was hungry even back then.
The thing with that is, this is bullshit. That after meeting you guys for an hour, you know who the real cannibal was.
Oh, yeah.
Kirby.
Oh, yeah, that fucker will take a bite out of your arm.
Yeah. Yeah. That's if he likes you.
Yeah, that's if he likes you. If he doesn't like you, it's the penis. Welcome everybody back to Not Rich Just Bored, episode number 39. Today we have a special guest. We got what do you want me to call you?
Hi guys, I'm the special guest. Just call me I guess whatever you usually call me.
Call me Dudesy. Yeah, I'll just refer to you as Kyle because you're a long-standing friend of mine.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
I suppose you're not allowed. I suppose you're not allowed to call me by the other name you call me. Not on the air, anyways.
Oh no, it's okay. I can call you pedophilic retard. It's okay.
Oh, excellent. How you doing? Where the kids at?
They're at the park where you're not allowed to be.
Actually, I got a question for you here with your podcast title. I think it wasn't planned out very well, because what happens if you get rich or if you're no longer bored?
Well, that's the funny thing, actually. That's kind of a funny thing. And I'm actually kind of saving. I was going to do a big reveal of the podcast title at one point, maybe on episode 100. But I'm going to sneak it in right here for you. Just because, you know what?
Sweet.
You're the first guest I've had. Technically the first guest. Like Justin was on a couple of the early episodes.
Oh yeah.
But he was an early host with us. It was going to be a 3-manner. But then
that's even better, 3-man.
But then all of a sudden he got a boyfriend. He's like, oh.
Yeah, you said you're going to sneak something out. So sneak it in, Daddy. Come on.
No, I was going to say, so funny thing is, I got really obsessed a few years ago with my family history, and my dad had a family crest. He had it for years. He got it commissioned back in the 70s, so it's like an actual coat of arms. It's not technically my family; it would be my dad's. So it's like Garnham Bowman. So those two, but there's actually on the coat of arms, which I restored to glory, and
Excellent.
I did it was a whole huge project because it was all fucked up, and I repainted it and redid the upholstery on it and everything. It looks great now. I'll send you a picture.
Yeah, send away.
But anyways, on the family crest at the very bottom is the family motto, and it's written in Welsh, and it says "Nid syffydd ond bondole," and I got a Welshman to translate that for me, because I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And
Can't even read your own family crest.
I know, I don't speak Welsh. I'm sorry, guys. But it translates to not wealthy, but bored.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I just took a more catchy ring to that and put not rich, just bored. So
there you go.
That's kind of the origin of the podcast name. And I've, again, the irony is not lost on me. I was like, if this does go crazy, and get a $100 million Joe Rogan Spotify deal, I'll have to turn it down. I'll be like, sorry, I'm not being a hypocrite. All right.
Hey, tell you what, you take the money and just make it so boring for me. Make my life boring.
Yeah, I have to be bored.
You're an honest man. You're gonna turn down all those sponsorship deals.
Or maybe I'll just get I'll get so rich and famous that I'll create a new podcast called Wealthy and Wealthy and Busy.
Well, wealthy and very busy. Yeah. Come on here, Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah. Very rich. Very rich, very busy. That'll be the new podcast.
Yeah.
They oh shit, I was gonna say, since you brought up Raid Shadow Legends, who was on the latest? There's a new commercial they made, and there's a celebrity in it. I'm trying to think who it was.
Fuck, I want to know.
I don't know.
I don't see commercials ever. Let's see. I'll try to look it up.
Well, I see them on the odd YouTube ad at work and stuff, but I don't know. There's a new celebrity on it. Who was it? On Raid Shadow Legends.
I got one coming.
Jeff Goldblum. Yeah.
Goldblum.
Yeah, that's who it was. He was on.
Oh, Jesus Christ! There he is.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, it's all fine. Hey, welcome to Raid Shadow Legends. I'm Jeff Goldblum.
Chaos theories. You can see the orcs are. I don't know. That's fucking weird.
You see, I got the champions behind me. Life finds a way. I think it actually be fucking sweet if it was Jeff Goldblum and he had as a champion in Raid Shadow Legends, they had him as the Fly. I think that'd be sweet.
And just him as himself.
Well, that'd be just scary.
Freak me out.
That's one guy.
I'd play him.
That's one guy that's got to be so aware, right? So self-aware because he's every movie he plays himself. Anytime you see Jeff Goldblum in a role, you're like, it's just Jeff Goldblum being Jeff Goldblum.
Oh yeah, he knows what he's doing. He knows what got him where he's at right now.
Yeah, and I remember, I think there was maybe a little bit of shade being thrown at one point. I think it was during your podcast. Shout out to How Do We Strem.
Yeah, How Do We Strem.
By the way, when I first heard about that podcast you guys made, I thought it was How Do We Strip.
That too. That's the video podcast.
Yeah, and then how explained to me, he's like, it's How Do We Strem, how do we stream? I'm like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
And then, but at first I'm like, I thought it was how do we strip? I'm like, are they I'm like, Ryan doesn't strip, I know that.
Oh, he does. You gotta coerce him a little bit. Give him a 20, he'll go.
Oh shit! We can't even. We were trying to get his shirt off the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had it was me and Jesse and Dylan and my brother, and we were all trying to get. We're we want to see what Ryan looks like without a shirt on, and Dylan said he saw him a couple times, but I'm like, it's like the Wendigo to me. I've never seen him in person.
Well, geez, have I ever actually seen him with his shirt off? Now that I'm thinking, I don't think so.
I know, I'm serious. He's seen me without my shirt on 100 times.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're not afraid to take that thing off.
Oh no, and I start. You should have seen on our fishing trip. We were on some rough water and we got into some rain. It was a little bit chilly, and so I just I have this whole thing where I just take my shirt off if it's raining because it's just warmer.
I think I've even seen Dylan with his shirt off.
I've seen Dylan sunbathing. Fucking had
what?
I had nightmares for a week.
I mean, you could probably see that from space. The guy's down in his basement so long, his skin's probably reflective.
Oh, I know. Yeah, he looked like the one-headed orc from The Hobbit. There, the fucking.
It's kind of like a beautiful marble white skin, though.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's actually an evolutionary advantage because now when he spills hot sauce, you can see where it is on his skin. So he can wipe it away efficiently. Doesn't blend into his skin at all.
It's so beautiful. He can just blind the enemies. Wolves come into surrounding him to eat him, and he just tucks in a ball. And
Hey, and I think you agree with me that She-Hulk is hot.
Oh fuck yeah!
Did you watch that show at all? By the way,
no, not yet. We're probably gonna watch it sometime here soon, but we're watching Expanse right now.
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
It is.
It's got a lot of fucking like cringy
It's,
woke shit in it.
oh, I thought there was a lot of fucking.
No,
You, you stopped a little bit brief there. I'm like, oh, sweet. Hulk's better than
no,
I
not
thought.
that was my fanfic I wrote. I put a little
Oh,
bit
yeah.
of it in there. Oh man. I
They're
was
cousins.
I have to share this with you and everybody else because I think you'll get a kick out of it. It's fucking hilarious. But wait, did it send?
I
It did.
don't.
It did send to the.
Yeah, I don't
Oh
see anything here.
Sorry, I DM'd it to you. I
You
DM'd it to
DM'd
you.
me.
Yeah, but there's this big thing about. Do you know who Lizzo is? Hey.
But yeah, she is a big thing.
Yeah. Speaking of seeing things from space.
Yeah.
But she was like she won a video, it's Video for Good award at the MTV VMAs. And yeah, in her acceptance speech, she claimed that she was oppressed, stating, "When you're voting for your favorite artist, vote to change some of these laws that are oppressing us."
Oh.
And it's
Oh,
like,
us specifically.
yeah, yeah. It's like, oh fuck, Lizzo, you're a multimillionaire. Chill the fuck out. I'm like, I don't think you're being oppressed there.
Well, I saw her pressing the stairs up to her private jet.
Yeah, right. Well, did you see the DM I sent you on here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Do you want to read the top comment on that article by Kirk?
Yes, I will. It says here that the zipper on that dress is the only thing that's oppressed. Yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous when a multi-millionaire who I did see actually in a video, some videos talking about her. She's walking around in these leggings that are like assless chap leggings,
Yeah.
just out in public, and she's talking about being oppressed. It's like in so many countries around the world, you would be fucking killed for going out like that.
Oh, I know. Go to China. Go anywhere. Like, good luck. Like
Yeah.
it's such a, and this is one of the biggest problems I have with a lot of these celebrities, and they're trying to be, they got their own woke agenda, and they got all that whole, beautiful at any size, which I don't care. You could be beautiful, you could do whatever you want. Some guys like bigger ladies, that's fine. And even me, I like,
Oh, I agree.
I like all types of bodies.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
But to say, yeah, exactly. But to say that somebody's like 400 pounds is like healthy, it's like, oh, fuck off.
No.
Like me, I got the biggest dad bod around, but
Hell yeah.
and I'm like, I look good. But if I was like, yeah, this is peak, like this is healthy as fuck, I'd be like, no, it's not.
No.
It's like,
Well,
it's not fucking
like
healthy.
It's a funny thing too, because I was being on the biggest healthy kind of band and the biggest sexy thing, and like I said, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right?
Yes.
But somebody was talking about how bigger bodies used to be seen as the hot thing, the attractive thing, and then sometime in the past that changed, right? And so I figured, I should give these people a little bit of a history lesson from what my knowledge is of it.
Oh,
and,
let's go.
Bigger bodies used to be very attractive, specifically in the medieval times, when food was maybe a little bit more scarce and stuff. There's all those raids and bullshit going on, so food wasn't a guarantee. So if you were a bigger lady and a bigger man, then you were seen as like you've got means, you've got access to a lot of food, you can eat when you want, and you're more healthy because, let's be honest, the starving serfs who were dying of plague and cholera or whatever the hell that they're getting out in the field, well,
Dysentery.
they're going to live until 22, and you might live until 30 before you have your first heart attack. So life's
Yeah.
good, right? And I'm explaining. So that's the thing. And then it changed in the past when food was more abundant and everyone could eat, like the serfs could eat a healthy meal. And suddenly those people who are dying from the heart attacks from overeating and generally not moving around as much, like the wealthy kings and queens who are lazy and sitting on their ass all the time anyway. It's those people started dying off at the same time that the serfs were dying off, and suddenly maybe they weren't seen as that great.
Right. And I guess gout was a big problem for nobles
Oh yeah,
and stuff
gout was a huge problem.
because they like that's all they did was eat. Like,
Yeah,
but it was seen. I can't remember which queen it was, but there's a famous picture of a queen and she's really large.
yeah. Freddie Mercury.
Oh,
Then he got the AIDS.
he was I was never large, darling.
He
You
was
know?
large somewhere.
Oh yeah, I know. You should see my rectum.
Damn. Oh Jesus Christ!
Still haven't healed from old Fred.
Might want to get yourself checked.
Well, the only people I had sex with was Freddie Mercury and Charlie Sheen, so I should be okay, right?
And everyone they had sex with,
Yeah,
which was everyone.
yeah, and Magic Johnson, but he doesn't count. You
Yeah.
know?
Hey,
That's,
why let AIDS stop you, right?
that's right. It didn't stop Africa, right?
Not yet.
It's a joke, guys. It's a joke.
It's a joke.
That's like
We
Jimmy.
love Africa.
That's like Jimmy Carr. Jimmy Carr. I'll probably ruin it because I don't fully remember, but I remember
This
he
is the
had.
mosquito joke.
Yeah, the mosquito joke
Yeah.
exactly. Well, how'd that go again? It's like put a net over Africa.
Yeah, you got to put a net over Africa because every year millions of mosquitoes they die of HIV.
Yeah. Oh,
Like, god damn,
fuck, that was like. It's funny because like when I think about
it's evil.
Well, what? Yeah,
Evil.
but when I think about Jimmy Carr, he's usually a more of a clean comic. Like I don't know.
Hmm.
But then when you see him on like the roast battle and stuff like that, he's pretty savage,
Oh yeah.
stuff like that. So that's pretty funny. But yeah. So, anyways, I don't think Lizzo is oppressed. Do you?
No, I would gather probably not.
I would say her chair again. Her chair is pretty depressed.
Oh,
The-
that thing's miserable.
yeah. Well, that was my first joke. Remember, I told you that.
Yeah,
Or did you watch my last podcast?
yeah I did
Yeah.
watch your last progress.
Yeah. That was legit. My first joke I ever told was like the Great Depression. The Great Depression is when my dad sat on the couch. Oh my god, fuck, that's good.
I laughed, buddy.
I laughed probably too hard. It sucks, but yeah, there's another shitty news though in the gaming frontier that it says, well, Sony and Tencent bought up a huge portion of From Software, hey?
Oh yeah.
So Sony, I could care less, but Tencent, fuck.
That sounds pretty cheap.
Yeah, I know, right?
I would have paid a few millions probably.
Well, do you know where Tencent's from?
No idea.
China. They're
Oh shit.
yeah, dude, they're greasy. They're literally buying up like a bunch of IPs and stuff, but it's all like, the commies, right? So I fucking hate Tencent. I do not support them at all.
Well, here's my thing though. Like with the Chinese in particular, and I know this might be controversial in a sense, but like they generally give out pretty fucking good product. Like
well,
honestly,
hopefully.
you're gonna hear a lot of good stuff about authoritarian. It's basically like playing a game where Ganon, what's his name, Ganondorf from Legend of Zelda, right? It's like a game where he's seen as the good guy, and they're like, authoritarian dictatorship's pretty good, eh?
Not so bad, hey?
Yeah.
Sorry, Link, you lose. Better luck next time, oppressor. Or what do they call us? Colonizer.
Yeah.
Better luck
Your game
next
gets
time.
shut down because you try to just set your character's name to Taiwan. Shuts down. That is not a real name.
That's not a real name. all the storefronts in Legend of Zelda are just like it's all like just food rations and soup kitchens.
Did I ever tell you about how I was called the colonizer? You just reminded me when you said that.
I think you mentioned it on the podcast, but not on here. I want to hear this.
I definitely did. It's a really cool story. So I'm hanging out with my wife, and she's got some friends from her class there. I say friends a little loosely, but they're very much into that whole woke scene, and Anyway, we're talking. I'm just sitting around having a good time. And the one guy, he's talking. He's like, well, anyway, should we go and leave this colonizer? And then he shuts his mouth, like covers his mouth, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I thought he was like joking at the time.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, he's just making a joke, colonizer, yeah, whatever. I'm like, it's all right. You're just fucking joking around, having a good time, having a laugh. That's cool. That's cool. So anyway, fast forward a few years, and my wife keeps saying, "It's like I can't believe he said that," and it's like, "Oh, I no, I think he really meant it because like he covered his mouth and stuff." I'm like, "Oh, really? Maybe." Anyway, these guys they're talking, and she's going out with them, and they're gonna go to a store, and they're like, "You want to shop there? That's owned by white people." And it's like,
Oh.
what? It's like that's a white-owned store. I won't shop at a white-owned store. And it's like, you know what country you're in, right?
Yeah.
So that's how I got called the colonizer. I was being so friendly and nice to them, but no, they just dropped the
Yeah.
colonizer on me.
And
I still don't care.
And what ethnicity were they?
Like Indian, Indian, not casino. We're not allowed to call them that anymore.
Yeah.
By the way. Although actually, when I was taking my Indigenous Studies class, it was pretty cool because it's like it's offensive to call them Indian unless they want to be called Indian. You call them what they want to be called. It's like, oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
That makes it hard.
Oh, I know. It's the same. It's the same as like it's the same as like all the gender stuff, right? And
Yeah.
and all the gender pronouns, like people getting mad at you for not calling them by the proper pronoun stuff. But it's like
Yeah.
it gets problematic when there's different rules for different people, and it's like, can't we just get over this shit?
There's different rules, and my thing is, I want to care as much, but they are kind of completely throwing out the whole biology portion of it,
Yeah.
and you can't just overwrite physical actual science for social sciences.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, if I ever just get confused, now I just call them the Washington Football Club.
The Washington Football Club.
Yeah.
What's their new name? Washington.
I think they're the Warriors now.
Yeah, Warriors. And then the Edmonton Eskimos are now the Edmonton Elks, right?
Yeah. It was really close because they almost used a different word. Hey, they almost became a different team name.
What was that?
No, not going with that joke. Not going with there. It's too racist.
Oh my god! You can tell me off the air.
I'll give you a hint. It goes with Edmonton, and it goes with a specific N word.
Holy shit! Jesus
nice.
And the Rough Riders will now be renamed to the slightly less aggressive riders.
Yeah.
What would be the opposite, like rough? It'd be like the gentle riders. Yeah.
No, they're gonna be going a really weird way. The Saskatchewan slave beaters. It's like, whoa, guys, calm down.
The Saskatchewan.
It's not racist. It can be slaves of all sorts of races.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's really fucked up.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad they didn't go with that one.
Yeah. I'm starting to get the emails from jobs that'll no longer be accepting me.
Yeah. Oh, what's this? You've just been fired from your job. Hey, I didn't know. This thing's not even live right now. How'd they know?
Yeah. How'd they know? Yeah. Here's the thing, though. It's a joke. It is an offensive joke. I understand if people are offended, but it's not meant to be taken in a way. It's not literal.
No.
Calm down. And that's the biggest thing with society. Fuck them.
Well, the biggest thing for me is like I just like to have fun and joke around, and I just can't. Obviously, I'm not part of an oppressed class. I'm white, but like I don't like I can't see myself caring even if I was. Like if somebody like made a joke and like called me whatever, like Norwegian or something, or German or whatever other white person, or like like I've been called a cracker a couple times by like by Native American people.
Really?
So it's like Native American people appropriating black slang for white people. I don't know. High
That's
school
really weird.
high school was weird, man. but
Really weird.
but it never bothered me. I'm like, oh my god, I hope I'm a Teddy Graham.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hope I'm not one of those plain. I think the one guy called me a cracker, and I'm like, salted or unsalted.
And then he gets confused.
And then he assaulted me.
So I guess you were salted.
Exactly.
There you go.
It
all worked out.
That's another classic joke of mine. Two pretzels are walking down the street. One's assaulted. Fuck.
Jesus.
But
good times.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you. This is one thing that I've kind of observed lately. Kind of wanted to get your take on it too. Is I find it really, I guess, ironic. I could say, the culture of like music and stuff. Right now has been like really anti-men. If you've noticed, like,
a little bit maybe.
Well, just like in certain lyrics, right? It's just. One artist I'd like to talk about in particular is Cardi B, because
that's Cardi B, man.
Well, that's her, but also some other, a bunch of other people have lyrics. And again, it doesn't. I'm not saying it offends me because I don't care. Nothing really fucking offends me, to be honest. But I'm saying if the roles were reversed and it was a man singing about, women in this manner, I think we'd have fucking riots in the streets.
Oh, 100%.
But like I said, lines like, broke boys don't deserve no pussy, and it just general like stuff like that. It's so funny because it's like, and if you look online enough, there's a lot of people making shorts on that stuff, and they're talking about like, short guys and broke guys and stuff like that, and
fuck short guys.
Yeah. Oh fuck. I know, they're the worst. Like, get an inversion table, you fucking pleb. Like,
hey, just go to, you don't deserve no pussy. Just go to Pride.
Oh, there you go.
You won't get pussy, but you'll get something.
Yeah, you'll get fucking. You know the guys that are at those Pride events are fucking double agents. They're fucking Sam Fisher, because they're in there and they're like, yeah, pride it up. Maybe they'll have sex with me. Pride it up.
Yeah.
Those, as Andrew Tate would say, those creepy fucking beta males.
Yeah, I'm an ally, man. I'm an ally. I'm going there not as a gay man, just as an ally. I'm gonna show everyone that I support them.
I've always been more of
fucking them in the ass.
I've always been more of an Axis guy.
Oh, sweet. Axis and allies.
Did I ever? I don't know if I ever told you this, but that was another funny thing where I offended my ex-girlfriend. They were going to the Pride Day. We had a local Pride Day because they're all obsessed with that, and so they're going and they're getting ready and they're getting their rainbow shit on, and then and then like one of her friends like, "Hey Cody, are you coming down to the Pride celebration?" I'm like, "Oh yeah. Absolutely. I just gotta find my lynching rope and my 6-shooter."
Oh, god damn. Fuck, that is offensive.
I know, but it's a hilarious joke. And the funny thing is we had to like talk her off the ledge after. I'm like, holy fuck, these people. I'm like, it was a joke.
You're like, relax.
Yeah,
I'm not actually gonna shoot them.
It's just for show.
That's what the rope's for.
Yeah, exactly. It's much more painful.
Not gonna waste a bullet. Jesus. Want to know thing? Love gay people.
Yeah, me too.
I have great times with them. They might not love me after this, but whatever. It's a good time. Everyone deserves to be comfortable and happy as whoever they are.
Exactly. That's how I feel. I just let people do what they want. I have this like switch in my brain where I can't not be funny. If there's something hilarious that I think of saying, it's just like I can't help myself, and I just say it. But it's all jokes. Like at the end of the day,
offensive humor can be offensive, but like you find it funny.
Oh, exactly. I just find it really hilarious, and obviously anybody who knows me knows that I don't give a fuck. Like if people could do whatever they want, I mean, I've even
Hmm.
had like a gay conversation with a guy before. Do you want to
Oh
hear
yeah.
about this story?
I was gonna say, is this before or after you slept with him?
After. It's not it's not gay if they're doing all the work.
It's not gay if you're brothers.
I love Goon.
Goon's
Uh,
awesome.
but yeah, so okay, so anyway, this is a funny story actually. But this backs up my story, man. This is because I'm such a nice guy. But anyways, I'm not gonna drop any names, obviously, because that's not what I do on the show.
Oh
Uh
yeah. Ryan. See, Ryan remember or told me a story about his father watching the show and maybe, but good times.
yeah, that was funny. No, but well, I mean, Ryan obviously dropped his name because we're the host and we talk all the time as a
I would
joke.
never drop his name.
But like in real stories, I like to change the name in case maybe this does get huge one day and people are watching this. I'll probably get canceled for this episode, to be honest.
Oh, we're gonna
I
be well. You would
I,
be canceled long before this.
I've said some. I well, that's true. As I say, I've been making some pretty dicey jokes here,
That's
but
my only solace. Is Kyle David Stremick from Calgary.
don't dox yourself.
Oh, oh, don't worry. I will totally dox myself as Kyle David Stremick from Calgary.
Also, is this? I just to confirm, is this still your credit card information? Beep beep beep
Uh,
beep 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 beep.
Here, I'll just send you a link with my credit card,
Okay.
front and back, and my social security here.
Okay. Do you want me to put it on the podcast on the
Yeah,
video?
of course, naturally, everyone's got to know.
Okay, I'll put it on the video, guys. Timestamp at 32 minutes 25 seconds about. You'll see the credit card info if you want to.
Here, I'm gonna send something in the podcast thing for you. By the way,
Sure.
yeah.
But
Once I figure out where the fuck it is.
I'll tell you my story because it's a real
Oh
story.
yeah, all the way.
Again, I'm gonna change names to protect identities of all people involved. But we'll just call this guy. We'll call him Juicy.
Juicy, sweet.
That's just funny. But anyway, so I used to work with a guy named Juicy, and he's a nice guy. I really, great guy. I had no problems with him, but you could tell he preferred the company of men, which is fine. No problem there. Great guy. Love the guy. But anyways, I guess somehow some wires got crossed and he
Ooh.
thought I was gay. And
Oh,
so he would randomly text me when he was drunk and he would say, like, how's it going? And I'm like, oh, good, good, just playing video games or whatever. And then he would reply, and like, no joke, he would just reply, just jerking my dick right now. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why is he telling me this? And I'm like, oh my god, he thinks I'm gay. And then he'd be like, yeah, so how big are you? And of course, I would tell him that I am
24 inches.
Oh, did I edit that part out? That was weird. Did I strike out?
jeez.
Okay. Anyway, so
You should edit that out.
So yeah, I'd tell him the truth, and I was 2 inches. And
Ooh,
well,
damn.
if I push the skin back, it's like 2.5, but it's fine.
Don't lie. Don't lie. We all know it takes a yardstick to measure.
But anyways, I was like, I don't know, it's pretty. I was like, it's pretty average. It's an average hog, I think. And then he's like, I'll bet you're fucking huge. And I'm like, and I'm just like, I'm literally indulging him because I don't want to I don't know. I don't want to deal with the awkwardness of being like, I don't know how to say this, but I'm actually not gay. But then, like, after a while, I almost started enjoying it. I'm like, at least I know somebody's gonna text me when they're drunk.
Somebody liked you.
Somebody's thinking of me when they're drunk.
Hey, a crush is a crush, man.
That's right. I got one on the board for Cody.
There you go.
But anyway, yeah. Eventually, I had to tell him at work, just like I'm like, just so you know, I'm flattered, and I'm not gonna tell anybody. Oh, well, I'm just gonna tell my podcast 10 years down the road. But I'm like,
Yeah.
obviously, I'm not gonna tell anybody about this. It's it's our secret. It's fine. What you do is what you do. That's fine. I'm like, but I'm not actually. I'm not actually
Well,
gay.
well,
So
why do you think he wanted to keep it secret though? Why should he have to, Cody?
no, he doesn't have to. No, I told him I wasn't gonna tell anybody about that if he didn't want me to.
Hmm. I see. So anyway, I'm here with
Juicy.
Anderson Cooper from CNN and Juicy. We'd like to see why you think that gay should stay in the closet.
I'm sorry, Juicy. I didn't mean to oppress you. Why did I come up with that name, Juicy?
I don't know.
I literally was trying to think of like an average ass name, and then
You're thinking of his juicy ass.
yeah. Well, literally, I just thought of those like remember girls used to have those sweatpants that said "Juicy" on the ass,
Oh yeah,
and
I remember that.
I don't know why I just randomly thought about that. I'm like, okay, that's a good random name. I can't do the Ryan. Sorry, Ryan. I gotta roast you more. I can't do the Ryan dead air thing. That was the best part about watching when I was watching your guys' podcast. You literally told Ryan, you're like, it's okay, I can just edit out this dead air.
Yeah, and then I left it in. By the way,
Yeah, you did.
I was like, "Fuck it."
I just remember like because you're like, hey, what do you think, Ryan? And then it's like, just complete silence, and then you're like, hello. You're like, I think we lost him, and then he's like,
gone.
no. He's like, no. I'm like, you could tell he was like looking something up on the side or doing something.
Flicking the Tinders.
Oh, probably.
He's like, yes.
What? Okay, hold on. What is this? Kyle David Stremick?
Yeah, that's me, Kyle David Stremick, as you can see and click it. Kyle David Stremick from Calgary, who's I've been arrested for some stuff.
Oh
So
my god.
that's me, Kyle David Stremick, doing all this really bad stuff.
Legitimately, it says Calgary police have charged 6 people accused of stealing vehicles while taking them for test drives. You told me you were buying that Tesla.
I was.
You just
For
lied.
free.
You just lied to me. You were taking it off. Did your wife decide? I heard you guys were looking at a Tesla.
Yeah.
Did you guys pull the trigger on that, or are you guys?
Well, nothing's pulled yet, just because we kind of want to wait for me to get full-time working and all that. But definitely between a Tesla and a Mercedes Benz right now, just because they're fun. She's thinking she's leaning towards the Tesla, and just like that, people no longer assume that I'm not rich. They feel like I am rich, and very unbored as well. So I'm already ruining your podcast, buddy.
Hey, it's all good. Every time I see you on Snapchat, you were always driving like a Ferrari and stuff. So
Yeah.
you know.
Well, that was just my Sunday car.
Well, man, you had like a Lambo, a Challenger, a Ferrari. You had all kinds of
Yeah.
shit going on there.
That's not even the most expensive vehicle I got.
Oh, every day you had a different vehicle.
I got like 50, 60 Chinese kids pulling me around in a freaking wagon. That's the most expensive. Not like the paying them part, but like you gotta feed them and stuff, eh?
Oh yeah, moldy bread.
Get them through customs.
Moldy bread.
Also, if you're offended by that joke, well, why aren't you offended by the freaking child sweatshops, huh?
Yeah. Where do you think your iPhone's made, Mr. TV audience?
Freaking sending your tweets on your iPhones made by these kids, and here I am offering them a good job, good paying job.
Yeah. Pushing your cart around.
They get electricity. They get to keep their hands.
But I was gonna say also for the whole short guy thing, all we need to do is bring back those torture racks from the medieval time. Hey?
Yeah.
Well,
make everybody an NBA player.
Yeah, you could just literally stretch them out. Or like, who is it? I think it's the Africans that do the rings, hey? The ring on the neck.
Yeah, they do the neck ring things.
God, fucking weird, hey? And it like
It's
actually elongates the neck.
it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I've seen, and they also do like the lip. It's like it's like a
Yeah,
weight,
yeah, the lip one.
yeah, a weighted stone or something in your lip, and then
Yeah.
it like elongates your lip. It's like fucking. They got a lot of weird like. The weirdest thing for me about those body mods and stuff like that is that it's all like tribal stuff, right? Like it's all
Yeah, yeah.
they had to when they did that in the old days. Like it's not like, oh, here's your Thorazine or whatever. Here's your what's a
Mhm.
pain. Here's your morphine. It's like no,
Yeah.
we're gonna stretch your fucking neck out.
Well, apparently it doesn't really hurt at all, but it does like weaken the muscles and stuff. And I don't know what the like. I mean, I guess it's to for some reason of attraction or to show leadership or something like that. But I don't see where the advantage in that would be.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some body mods I can get behind these days that I see just in American stuff in Canada, like like stretched ears and stuff like that, and then but then some people like they go to the extreme where it looks like it's almost painful. Like some people that have like 2-inch hoops on their ears,
Yeah,
and it's like
I've seen some of those.
yeah, their ears are like always red. It's like holy shit.
Where's that? Do you know around in Africa where that lip modification is from?
I'm not
Probably
sure.
not.
I'm not sure. No.
I was just thinking that maybe that there is an advantage to that. You can hold more fresh water while you're walking across the.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what it is.
I mean, it's I would do that. Be able to do that.
When I see the ladies with like the really stretched necks, they always remind me of the aliens from Star Wars Episode 2. The ones that were the cloners.
Oh yeah,
They were making the clones. Remember they had the really long necks. Come on, you remember
yeah.
them? Yeah.
And Liz was like Jabba the Hutt. That was an easy target. That was a low hanging fruit right there.
That was a low hanging fruit. Low
We
hanging
eat a
fruit.
couple more of those instead of the burgers, and we're good.
Low hanging fruit because the fucking branch was fucking stressed. Yeah, right there. I just sent you. I just sent you a picture in the Discord there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the long-necked aliens that were the cloners. We've
Y-
been
you know-
waiting for you.
I imagine that's kind of where he based it off of too. To be honest,
It definitely could be, yeah, for sure.
it's a really unique thing though. Like, what does our culture that have that's really unique?
Nothing.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, white people are like the most ununique people in the world.
I mean, maybe it's because we all just know each other. Like, that's what we've grown up with. White things, but
Yeah, well,
yeah, they're not really
maybe.
unique.
Maybe.
There's nothing really super crazy or special.
But yeah, well, like for Canada in particular, like we don't really have like, we don't have like an ethnic food, really, do we?
Poutine,
Like that's like all I could think of was like poutine, and then people always say
Bannock, I suppose, but that's stealing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Native American though. Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's like, yeah, poutine and like maple syrup is like the Canadian stereotypes, right?
Yeah.
But like, okay, actually, here's a question: what is your favorite ethnic food?
My favorite ethnic food?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll just go straight out the gate here because
shit.
I like a lot of them, but I really fucking like Indian food, like
Oh,
East
yeah.
Indian food, like the butter chicken stuff.
Yeah. Well, actually, I hate to say this, but that's technically a
that's-
British food.
It's not, is it? I didn't think. Well, it's just like people think Taco Bell is Mexican food, but that's not really Mexican food. It's like an American.
No,
version.
it's
but
yeah,
like
it's
but it's still like curry and stuff is East Indian, right?
yeah, curries are East Indian. I think butter
Yeah.
chicken was made in Britain as well at the time, but obviously by guess what, Indian people making their home food. So
Right. Yeah, I
But-
like like curries and stuff, and then I really like this is another bastardized one is the Chinese food, because I also hear that
Oh,
the
yeah.
Chinese food around here is not what you would get in China or
Mhm.
Japan. Like
Japanese food's supposed to be really good. I'm got a Japanese guy in my class who says it's his favorite food. He's a little biased, I think.
Yeah.
And, Vietnamese food's not bad either.
Oh yeah, that's good too. Yeah, they said I don't know if this is true, but I remember reading it at some point that in Japan you're supposed to leave a little bit of food on your plate, otherwise it means you're still hungry.
That's same with Middle East as well.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. And India and Pakistan go by that. I know Pakistan because I'm part of the culture. So
yeah, you are.
I can't wait to get called for appropriating when I'm wearing my sharwal kameez. I can barely fucking say that.
Sharwal kameez.
Yeah.
That's the turban thing.
No, God no. It's Muslim Pakistani. It's not a goddamn turban.
I don't know.
Jesus.
What case? But
it's the Muslim shirt and pants. You know, the shirt that's more like a skirt and the pants that are like parachute pants?
Right.
It's the MC Hammer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, can't touch this.
Yeah. That was, you got married in that, didn't you?
No, I just wore a suit.
Okay.
You're forgiven to not know since I had like 3 people at my fucking wedding.
Yeah, you had Howe and you had your dad.
Yeah, Howe came when he heard about it like last minute too.
I know.
My dad came.
I know. I should have been there.
Oh God, it was a disaster.
What happened?
I loved I loved it. It was a great time, sort of. And I love my mother-in-law for helping prepare for or doing most of the preparation for it and all that. But like, we wanted to have a smaller one, kind of mostly just family and friends. She wanted to not wear the scarf, because it was her wedding day, and she wanted it all in the same room, men and women and stuff like that. No, nothing crazy. No scarf tape. Like she can have her scarf off and stuff. Her mother said, nope, not a chance. You're gonna have your scarf off unless we separate it. So it was segregated. That was the first part.
Oh.
The second part came. Is I was like, well, since it's segregated and stuff, I'll just do basically just minimal people here. Barely any of my family. Since where's the fun in that?
Okay,
and
hold on, what do you mean by segregated? Like men on one side, women on the other?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, and
not like
is that
blacks on one side and whites on the other. Weird.
Is that so is that like a Muslim traditional wedding? Is that what that is?
No, not really. It depends. Like they do that if the for modesty reasons, some of them, but for the most part in Pakistan, weddings aren't segregated. A lot of weddings aren't segregated. There is some, but like for the most part, there's music and dancing. We had no music, no dancing. Her mom does not believe in that.
Oh, okay.
She's quite religious.
That makes sense.
She ain't gonna blow up a church or anything like that, but.
Did you get a copy? Did you get a copy of is it the Quran or what is it for?
Oh yeah, I got a few copies actually.
Yeah, the Quran is that's the Muslim Bible, right, or whatever.
Yeah, the Quran. Yeah.
The Biblis.
Holy Quran.
Holy.
It's pretty good. It's actually not bad. But yeah. Anyway, so it was segregated. I'll go through this quick. It was segregated.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I wanted less people because I was figuring, we'll just have my family and friends more during the third part, which I'm supposed to host. But that got canceled because of COVID. And her mother and father invited 250 people.
Holy shit.
Very few men, by the way. It was like 40 men.
Why didn't I come?
Yeah, it would have been great. So I had a little table of my friends and a couple of my coworkers who wanted to show up. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Since there's 250 people now anyway, come on, the day of. And the imam, the priest, he had got convinced by one of her dad's friends who said, what are they gonna say at the mosque if you go over to the bride's side to do the ceremony thing, to do the wedding thing? Because they might not have the hijab on. And that got right in his fucking head. So he just immediately assumed like, that would be sinful. It'd be sinful. I can't go over there. We'll do it from the hall or we'll do it from wherever. And it's like, they're all going to cover their fucking heads anyway. But whatever. I went over there. There was like shitty presentation of like faking signing the documents. Her uncle actually had thought of that. He came up just kind of like, yeah, sign here, it's the married, woo. And then I went over to the other side and we did the actual ceremony for the religious part where her other uncle was on his phone the whole time. My dad was sitting beside him and kind of trying not to laugh his ass off because this guy's on his phone and it seems like he's sleeping the whole time. The imam's doing his talking. And then I basically, it's like, okay, now as the husband, will you take her as a wife? And it's like, yes, I will. And he's like, she is not here, but we have the father who can say it for her. And I'm like, ooh, this is not going to look good.
Oh, no.
So yeah, basically I ended up marrying her dad that day. Good times.
Oh, good.
That's my story.
That's hilarious though. But like by that scarf thing, do you mean like a burqa?
Yeah, hijab. A burqa's like covering the face and everything.
Yeah, burqa covers the face. That's like
Yeah.
I was gonna say Taliban, but that's not a religion.
It's like a religion.
That's a terrorist organization.
Yeah. Free best.
I'm so
pretty good.
Yeah. I'm so fucking bad with names of religions, but like
Yeah.
Palestinian or whatever. That's
it's an Islam thing. Like you can wear a
Islam.
burqa. I guess traditionally, allegedly, burqas were worn by the women who were married so that they cover everything, but I don't think that's actually true. I don't know if it is or not, so don't quote me on that.
Oh. Well, you definitely know more than me.
Oh, probably a little bit more. Probably just a little bit more. Anyway,
did Ryan
we were going to talk about...
wedding?
Oh, fuck, man. He was balling.
Oh,
he was balling his ass off. It's like, I love that, man.
He's like, that was supposed to be my wedding.
He's just like, I love that, man. I love him so much. And I'm like, okay, Ryan, well, if you love that guy over there, then why don't you ask him? His name's Muhammad.
Yeah. The prophet. No,
great abs.
No, I this is the part where I reveal that Juicy was actually just Ryan.
He's pretty juicy though.
That's how I met Ryan. No,
Yeah.
Just kidding. But yeah, sorry, what were we gonna talk about?
Yeah, weren't we gonna talk about Resident Evil at some point in this?
Yeah, I think we're getting close to that hour-long mark, but I was gonna watch a little video clip here, and the audio will be on here for the listeners.
Sweet.
So I'll probably just watch it, but it's, as we know, Resident Evil Netflix has been canceled.
Oh no!
It's it's so funny in retrospect, listening to you guys' podcast, because I just watched episode 6.
I just put it up.
Yeah, I watched it after the fact of knowing it was canceled, and you guys kept going like, if it's canceled, if it gets canceled, yeah, there's a good chance it might get canceled. And I'm like, oh God, how little did they know?
I think I put it up literally the day before it got canceled.
That would make sense, but either way, you guys have talked about how you like the acting, and I thought a lot of the acting was pretty good too.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of good.
Yeah, and I really like Lance Reddick, like the guy that played Wesker. Obviously not a fit for the Wesker character, but like,
no,
it should have just.
I think that was writing though. Honestly, that was more writing.
It was writing, but I feel like they missed an opportunity to do like a different story. Just make him a different person. Just not Wesker. Just make it a different character altogether, and you would have been home free.
Fun story actually. I was thinking about this earlier today. How he acts, how he's a little bit more interested and invested in his family and stuff like that. But he's got this thing. He's got the virus, and he's kind of evil. That is actually a lot more like the bad guy in Resident Evil 2, Birkin.
Yeah, actually, it kind of is. Hey,
it's like he's playing as a clone that would be perfect as just being Birkin.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That actually makes a lot of sense to me. Because he's just like, and obviously at the beginning, we kind of knew he was Wesker for the promotional shit and all that. they kind of
Yeah.
ruined that. But if you just got in blind and watched, you would have been like, yeah, maybe this is Birkin. Like, this is kind of a Birkin character, you know. Obviously, Birkin was also like Wesker, a white guy, but
Yeah.
still, like the way he played his character was, uh, you know, looked exactly like like a scientist that just wanted to help his family.
Yeah.
But I thought it was so funny because I remember Ryan telling me that the showrunner wanted to do like 16 seasons.
Oh yeah, no, I had looked that up too, and I guess the guy said like he wanted the story to finish, and he said whether that's in 2 seasons or 6 seasons or 8 seasons, like he just wanted to. He got the storyline area done, and he just wanted to have a pure end to the story. And I was kind of laughing at it when I had heard that it got canceled. I'm like, well, he probably should have made that ending for the first season then, because
Yeah,
ain't gonna be two.
that's the problem, right? And I know it was because he was the Supernatural showrunner or whatever, the writer.
Yeah.
So he did 15 seasons of that. So he wanted to outdo himself with 16 on this one.
He wasn't lead writer on that though.
No, he
didn't
exactly.
do too much
he
on
wasn't. I was gonna say I had to look that up because I said I never personally watched Supernatural, but I hear it's fucking awesome. I hear it's a really good show. So when I found out that it was the same writer, I'm like, there's no way. There's no way it's it. So him being a minor writer or a co-writer, that makes more sense because if it was the same writer, you'd expect the same kind of show, like a high quality show.
Yeah, that's what you expect from him.
But like I said, it suffered a lot from the classic Netflix series of it was just like too woke. It was trying too hard to be like funny in a modern way. And I think you guys touched a lot on the the swearing and stuff, right?
There's a lot of swearing, a lot of talk about porn for some reason. The first few episodes, in particular.
Yeah, well, did they talk? Did they talk about fox porn or something? Or
they talked about Zootopia porn.
Yeah,
that's episode 1.
Yeah, Zootopia porn. Like, holy fuck!
Damn,
calm the fuck down. It's just so weird because it's like on stuff like that they're trying to be more edgy, but then like on like gay rights and human rights and inclusive cast, they're all like, no, we're super woke, we're super inclusive. But then it's like pissy shit, fuck. The way I described to other people, the way I described Jade as a character, mostly young but old as well to a degree, but I mostly described her as like a toddler that just learned how to swear for the first time.
Oh my god, that is accurate.
So like every second word, fuck, shit, fuck, bitch, fuck, cunt, slut.
Well, and it comes to this point where here it's like she was kind of just an unlikable character. When she gets older, she's a little bit unlikable, and I feel like she was starting to get a little bit better as a character, flushed out when she kind of met Billy and stuff like that. But she was also really dumb for somebody who's supposed to be a smart scientist.
Oh, I know. You know what? I thought she was going to have more of a redemption arc, and I thought she was going to be better as an older character until she brought that fucking Zero on board. And
yeah, I was pretty dumb.
Got that scientist killed. Like, what a stupid idiot.
I think you're supposed to feel sorry for her making that mistake, but at the end of the day, I was just like, she made another, like, how? Well, she keep making these mistakes.
I'll tell you one thing. If that was my daughter standing behind me, I would have been like, yeah, sweetie, can you leave the fucking room?
Yeah.
I got this flesh-eating zombie right here, and I'm about to test it, see if it'll bite me. So
it can't smell me, but it can smell you.
Yeah, well, we don't even know if it can't smell me quite yet. So, if you want to leave the room, that's okay.
Don't worry, I got these straps at Dollar Tree. They'll hold. If it doesn't work, I'll just be bitten and turn into a zero, and then you'll have 2 zeros when somebody opens this door unexpectedly.
Right? Fuck. And then I'm also glad that somebody else noticed it. You were talking about it on How Do We Strem. You were talking about the little kid that was turning and how he was like twitching out.
Yeah.
And
I noticed that. And like, I was like, wow, that's kind of good acting. But it's like,
Yeah.
geez, I'd be a little bit worried that you're gonna get bit soon here.
yeah, I know, like the girl's like, it always makes me laugh, and they're always like, my boy, he's not feeling well. It's like, I guess so. Look at him.
That's
He
because
looks
he's
like
dead.
he looks like a fucking zombie. And there's also this fucking trope, and I swear to God, man, I swear to God, they do it in every zombie movie ever, every zombie TV series. There's always a character that has a loved one that's a zombie, and they just can't let them go, and they just like they just keep them alive, even though they're clearly a zombie.
Oh yeah.
And that's such a trope, and it happened again. Remember on the ship with, I think his name was Barry.
Yeah, and that wasn't even on the ship. That was in that one little town.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, and she was feeding them cats. That fucking whore.
Yeah. Sorry, that wasn't it. It was a town, but wasn't it like a docked ship that they built an apartment in?
No. Well, yeah, maybe it might have been, but it was like
yeah,
umbrella town.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was like one of those like after the apocalypse towns. But yeah,
She was my favorite character because I'm like, wow, she's a crazy cat lady, love it. And then she was feeding the cat to the guy, and she was my least favorite.
yeah, fucking asshole.
Cocksucking whore.
Like if you're killing cats like that, like who's gonna show their butthole on your stream?
Yeah, exactly.
You need cats to show their butthole on the stream.
Yeah, I like showing the world my cat's ass.
It is the cat's ass.
It's his only pause account. Make that money.
Only pausing out. That's hilarious.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
wah.
Well, that's one of the many situations though where like writing kind of like failed. Like the tropes, I don't mind as much, but my biggest thing was just the characters in general were either seemed to be very hastily, poorly written. Like with Jade, they seem to have thought that, oh, everyone's gonna just like, get into her and get invested with her when really nobody kind of did. She wasn't that likable. And then Wesker, freaking all the Weskers. You had funny Wesker, which was like,
I want
that's
waffles.
not Wesker. That's not Wesker. Then you had our Papa Daddy trying to do his best single dad Wesker, who might as well have just been Birkin. And then when you saw Albert, like the actual scary Wesker, it's supposed to be like your in-game Wesker. And I know I mentioned this before the podcast. Like for me, like he just wasn't scary. He's like a Kirkland brand Blade, like lame.
That's all.
Pinky
I said.
swear. Pinky swear was his big threatening line. You better work, or something bad will happen. Pinky promise, and it's like that's cringy. Even like Wesker's, don't get me wrong, freaking video game Wesker was cringy, but he's more like megalomaniac, freaking super villain.
Wesker in the games, especially in 5, was more like an anime villain, like over the top crazy anime villain, like Chris.
Exactly.
And crazy fuck. But this guy was like, like I just couldn't get over the way he looked. He just, oh god, he looked stupid. He literally looked like Blade. It looked like Lance Reddick doing a Blade cosplay.
I mean, I hate to say, and it's true, and it is mostly because of the color of the skin. But at the end of the day, you know what we found out from this show? Wesker's whole attire is copying and stealing from Blade.
That's true. Like,
for shame, Capcom.
But
whitewashing Blade.
Like people, exactly. People will see Wesker, run around, and it'll just be like, oh, they did the Blade reboot, but they made him a white guy. Nice.
You know what they could have done? You know what they would have done to make that original Wesker seem actually, fucking Wesker? Is if he just kind of walked into them and be like, you gotta do what I say and work on these projects or else. And then just blasted one of them in the fucking head with his magnum. Just like,
exactly.
See? I fucked up Fred.
Or they could have done a trope and been like, a scientist came in and been like, the tests are done, Mr. Wesker, and then he'll look at them and be like, inconclusive, and then he'll shoot the scientist. You know?
Yeah.
They'll be like, I expect better.
Next time, carry the one. Just gets all fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger for no reason.
Yeah, out of nowhere. I'm going to have to kill you now. I'm the gummy bear of California.
I would have loved to see a fucking second season. I'm like, not. I understand that why there's not going to be one because it wasn't good.
Yeah,
And-
no, at the end of the day, it wasn't very good. The morbid curiosity alone is what would make me want to see a second season, just to see if they
Yeah.
could redo it,
Or do better.
exactly do better. I don't understand this whole. It's the same with the Netflix. I don't know if you noticed my poll because you guys have polls on your podcast, hey?
Yeah.
You asked what you should watch next, and I told you guys should do a review of the Netflix Death Note.
Oh fuck.
Because the Netflix Death Note is another one that suffered from it was a mixture of they whitewashed the characters and they just like and again they turned what's his face there L into this weird, like, it was a black guy, so it wasn't like a white guy anymore, or I think L's technically Chinese or sorry, Japanese.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like,
Yeah,
you
he's
know,
supposed to be Japanese. Yeah, they're all Japanese.
yeah, technically, yeah, exactly. They're
Yeah,
technically
you know
all-
that famous white guy, Light Yagami.
Well, that's the thing. He's whitewashed, and that's what his name's.
Oh fuck.
His name's what the fuck was it? Fuck,
John.
Light Turner. That's what it is. I'm pretty sure.
Light. Fuck.
Light Turner. Instead of Yagami,
Which is weird because, like, out of all the things, like, why are you whitewashing the guy and, like, just get a Japanese actor, dude?
Yeah. Well, I know. Well, just even he wasn't even the problem with that show. Like, Light was played by Nat Wolff, and Nat Wolff, I felt like, kind of did an okay job at some parts. But yeah, ultimately, it suffered from the same thing as Resident Evil. He was just stupid. Like, his character was. Have you watched or read Death Note? The
Oh, I
original?
read all Death Note. I read
Yeah,
all of it.
It's my favorite anime of all time. And like, Kira, like, Light is fucking smart
Yeah,
as
yeah,
shit.
Justin.
Yeah. Sword Kira. But he's literally smart as fuck. Like, he's the epitome of, like, a genius supervillain, you know? Whereas in Netflix adaptation, he's a fucking idiot. He's an idiot teenager. And, like, it's weird because they'll get things right. Like, if you look at the Netflix Ryuk, it was Willem Dafoe that played him, hey?
Oh fuck.
That
That works.
Yeah, it was if you look it up on Google, it'll pop up. It's a CG character, right? But it's a CG character, but the voice is all done by Willem Dafoe. And I think he did the mocap as well. But it actually looks really good, and like, it's a faithful adaptation of the character, that I would say, and the voice fits perfectly. But it's just the story and the other characters are so goddamn stupid that it's just not good.
It sounds like, yeah, the exact same thing with the Resident Evil, where they take some parts that they want, but they just completely change so much of it that obviously the fans are going to hate it. So why do they expect to succeed?
Yeah,
Especially with Light. Like, you're making him, like, Light's supposed to be the super smart guy. Oh, fuck, that is an awesome picture of Ryuk.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, yeah, like, Light's supposed to be the super smart guy, yet, for whatever reason, Netflix decides they want him to be this guy who couldn't even find a fucking name in a phone book. Makes no sense.
I know. Did you happen to watch the Netflix one?
No. Fuck, I saw it, and I'm like, nope, not gonna do that.
Oh my god, it's like I said, it's morbid curiosity. It's worth it, but it's it could have worked if they just didn't take Light. They just should have made it enough. Just the same shit. Have the same Shinigami if you want, I guess.
Yeah.
But I would have just made a different Shinigami with a different Death Note and just make it a completely new story based in the same universe.
You don't have to be completely faithful, but
No.
you have to be faithful enough.
Well, it's so, and the same with like L was more faithful. Like he acted more like L, but the problem was he didn't look like L. Again,
Yeah.
and not just the skin tone, but like he was. I'm pretty sure he was bald. It was like a bald black dude, whereas Ryuzaki or L was always like he has long black hair, and he always
And he was pale as fuck.
exactly.
He never died.
Yeah, and he's always eating candy. That part they kind of touched on the candy part in the Netflix one, but like it's just like
He's really fat, has diabetes or something.
no. Oh, that's funny. It's just man, it just sucks. But I think you guys should do an episode on that. I think it'd be funny.
Oh fuck! Whenever I find free time, for sure.
It would definitely be worth it for you because you understand the whole backstory of Death Note and that's another thing too. They switch around some of the rules of the Death Note as well. Like in this universe, it's like if you remember, anybody who touches the Death Note can see Ryuk, or you can see the Shinigami. You can see the Shinigami attached to that notebook. But
I gotta run and open the door here quick. My wife's calling me. I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
God damn.
Wow, woman, hey? Yeah, he's got the old ball and chain, eh, guys? He's just like fucking all married up, and this has been a good episode. It's been good catching up with my old buddy. I haven't talked to Stremick in a long time. Hopefully you guys aren't offended by this podcast. At the end of the day, we're just two dudes shitting around, as Will Sassa would say. It's just having a good time, and it's yeah, I don't know. It's just I literally cannot help myself. I can't stop joking ever. I just think it's so funny, and I like when people rib on me too. So I'm open to if you guys want to make fun of me in the comments, fucking give her. I am all for that because I enjoy.
Oh my god, that'd be death if I didn't answer that.
Oh, did she bring home ribs? I don't know. My audio caught something in the background. Something about like get back to the kitchen, woman. What was that about?
Well, where else is she supposed to be?
And
I don't understand.
And then I heard you yelling in some other language or something. I just translated. It said like something about cover your face around men in public.
Well, of course.
Yeah, I don't know.
She has to keep her modesty. She can't just do like a man and keep his dick out. That'd be fucked up.
That's too funny.
Jeez, you're making me sound like the evil one. She's the abusive one. She beats me up. She bites me all the time.
Oh, fuck. It's okay. This is like kids' help phone right here. Like,
yeah.
Just vent your problems, man. Let it happen. People, they're listening. They'll be like, hey, we're going to call 911 and we'll get the wide receiver from the Edmonton Elks straight to your place.
Oh, sweet.
Maybe.
Well, you said wide receiver. They actually have a pretty decent. I think is Kenny Lawler a wide receiver? I think so. I'm not 100% sure actually now.
Did you just Google that?
No, I just know his name. I just don't know if he's actually a wide receiver.
Okay,
he's burnt us a couple times here. Kenny Lawler, wide receiver, American football. There you go. I was right.
See?
Piece of shit.
See, I know sports. You're definitely my sports guy when it comes to like answering questions about sports or anything like that.
Awesome. I barely know myself.
Mostly football and hockey, I guess.
Yeah.
I just sent you another picture. That's Willem Dafoe doing the mocap.
Damn, it looks pretty good.
For Death Note. Yeah, like I said, he kind of fit the character perfectly.
Yeah.
Doesn't
even really need the makeup, honestly.
Yeah.
Hey, remember when we were going to watch that Lance Riddick video?
That was like 6 years ago, man. It's been taken down off the internet. But yeah, no.
And I thought my podcast rambled.
Oh fuck, we didn't even ramble. We just went off on a tangent. We were like, I want to talk about this, and then I want to talk about this, and then I want to get abusive with my wife. You know, that's just how it goes.
Sometimes you got to set her straight.
Oh, sorry, your wife got abusive with you.
Sometimes she's got to set me straight.
Hey, it goes both ways. But yeah, no, so we were gonna, I was just gonna play this for the podcast because, we had to kind of put up a little, backstory there because of it getting canceled and stuff, and obviously there's been huge fan backlash on this whole, series. Like, obviously the fans did not receive it very well. So this was Lance Reddick. He was on Twitter. He released a video. When was this? This was 27th, so 4 days ago, because we're recording it on my birthday, 31st.
Hey, no, it's Kyle's birthday. Kyle Gardner. Woo.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, just that guy, Kyle.
Happy birthday, Kirby.
Yeah,
it's Cody's twin.
I heard that guy's a twin brother. I heard he's in it. I heard that he's kind of fucking ugly though.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
I heard that he has low self-esteem.
But anyways, shouldn't, man. I'm gonna come give you a hug after this.
Oh, virtual hug time. I love it.
Sweet.
But anyway, so yeah, I don't know. This video, you guys we'll kind of discuss it after, but I'm gonna play it here, so you can play it on your side if you want to watch at the same time. But
hell yeah,
you won't be able to hear my audio right now, but the audience will. So I'm gonna just hit play right now. This is Lance Reddick on the 27th of August. Go.
Ooh.
Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is having a great weekend. So, I want to do this video because I wanted to do some acknowledgments and some thank yous. As all of you are well aware by now, our show Resident Evil on Netflix has been canceled. And the haters and the trolls notwithstanding, I want to give a special thank you to all the fans who watched the show, who got what we were doing, and who really loved it, because there are a hell of a lot of you. And I want to give a thank you to our fearless leaders, our showrunners, Mary Lee Sutton and Andrew Dabb, my castmates and co-stars, Ella Balinska, Sienna Agudong, Paula Nunez, Tamara Smart, Adeline Rudolph, Connor Gassetti. To the executives at Constantine and our executive producer, Colin Scully, and to the executives at Netflix who believed in the show and who really loved it, and once again, who got what we were doing. We worked our asses off, we had a great time, and we made a hell of a show. Thank you. Onward and upward. You all have a great weekend.
Okay. Did you watch it too?
Chilling. I watched about like a minute of it, and then I got distracted.
Okay. Well, anyways,
yeah.
People in the podcast listening, they heard it anyway. So
yeah, I've seen it before.
Do you think Netflix made? Do you think they made him wear that shirt? The shirt, it says phenomenally black.
Maybe, I don't know.
It seems like a bit of a woke shirt, you know.
That might be his natural shirt.
Could be.
He is phenomenal, and he is black. He is phenomenal. Not incorrect.
It's a truth. It's a very truthful statement. You got that right. But...
Much more accurate than my dead sexy shirt. That's for sure.
Well, I have my phenomenally white power shirt, and I don't know. Everybody fucking throws cans at me when I wear it, so it's weird.
Yeah, it's probably the hood. Look like a ghost.
Oh my fucking god. Oh shit. That actually killed me. I literally thought that's where you're gonna go with that, and that's exactly where you went with that.
It's another, you set up another easy home run right there.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be so many people watching it like, this isn't funny, that wasn't great. And I would like to tell them it's A, funny to me, and B, you're probably not wrong.
Yeah. Hey, it's funny to me too, so I'm all good with being funny. It's just jokes. We got a baseline of like 3 people who are gonna find this show funny. Oh yeah. That's what we're trying to hit. We're looking for the not rich, just bored people.
Yeah.
Or the very busy, very rich people. You know, either way. But so like the Lance Reddick movie thing there, it's the one line from that I thought was kind of funny. It's sweet of him to kind of like shout out the fans and everything.
Oh yeah.
That is nice. He does seem like a genuinely good dude, and I love him as an actor. I think
Well,
he's
fuck,
awesome.
he's a great actor, and I mean, I imagine he's a good guy. I don't know.
He seems like a good guy, but you never know. But either way, the one part that stood out to me is the part where he says, for those of you like the fans that stood by our side, and then he was like that saw what we were trying to do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's the part I have a problem with. What were you trying to do? What the fuck were you guys trying to do with this adaptation? That's what my problem is.
I didn't mind that. The thing that bothered me is when he's just saying like the haters and the trolls notwithstanding, and it's like, you know, everyone who didn't like the show isn't necessarily a hater. Well, I mean, I guess technically a hater, but not necessarily they're a hater or a troll. There's definitely a lot of it just that you didn't put out a good product, and you kind of did spit in the face of the initial fans. I've seen some people say, "Oh wow, this is like exactly what like a Resident Evil book, like a Resident Evil story." It's like, you know, the cloning, the Wesker stuff, like all the really, really dumb stuff, like Umbrella's completely incompetent with their security and stuff. Like, I mean, I suppose it could be a Resident Evil story if you're just focusing on Resident Evil 6, but I don't know why you'd want to make something that's a bastardized version of the worst game that the fans hated the most. So,
yeah,
they got to take responsibility.
Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to is they gotta. Oh, sorry, my screen's going wonky here. Oh, there, I got it back. Yeah, what it comes down to is this: they didn't deliver a good product, and like I said, for those of you that saw what we were trying to do, it's like that the story wasn't set up good enough for us to know what you were doing. There was no. Usually something big happens at the end of a series to kind of set up the big, something, right? But there's not, like, there's just more questions than answers. It's like, okay, Billy's evil. She's making fucking the Marcus chick dance like a Fortnite dance. Like,
yeah,
okay.
That was something.
Oh,
that freaked us out.
That was fucking something, all right.
It's like, I'm pretty sure that was Dua Lipa. I'm like, okay, interesting. But yeah, no, well, like I kind of get at the end, I saw what they were setting up for. Billie Eilish, she needs to cure herself, kind of like how their Wesker had to cure themselves. And I guess the cure is going to be in the daughter because the big giant crocodile was like, I don't want to eat you. You're fucking special for some reason. So it's like, oh, that's cool. I guess.
And it just doesn't. I don't know. It was so nonsensical, and obviously, I don't want to get like I don't want to get too crazy into it because I know you guys have talked about it a lot on the podcast, and I think everybody should check out that podcast for sure on that. Because you guys went hard in the paint, which was good.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out to my boy Howe.
Yeah, Juicy.
And Strem.
Kyle
David Stremick, remember that from Calgary?
Yeah. That always made me laugh though, because you're like, I guess my name's Strem on here.
Yeah.
You're like, I've never been called that before in my life.
It's like like, well, Cody calls that. It's like, oh, I guess so.
I call you so many things. I call you Kyle. I call you like Kyle. I call you asswipe. I call you
remember that one.
Stremlin, Stremmy, Strem, Stremdick, Extremities. That's a good one.
Yeah. I just call you Daddy.
Daddy Ragnarok.
How you doing, boy?
But yeah, I don't know. It's a little sad that Resident Evil kind of ended off this way. I had high hopes at first. I really thought maybe they had a chance, but unfortunately, no. They kind of shit the big
Yeah.
one. Kind of shit
They
the big one on this.
They kind of told fans that if you're fans of the actual like the Resident Evil games and that lore, they pretty much told you within the first 5 minutes of the trailer when it's like, I'm Wesker and these are my children daughters. Like they kind of set it up right there that you're probably not gonna like it.
Yeah.
Give it a shot, but
I really highly think that a lot of these shows are made by AI. I think like the script is literally generated by an AI, and it's just like because a lot of those Netflix shows they follow that same shit. It's like it's like a bunch of woke ideology stuff. It's like edgy humor that's like internet humor, but it just doesn't work in that format. And then like again an inclusive cast, so they basically they don't care if they look like faithful to the source material. They just kind of have to make sure there's a Latin person, a black person, Japanese person, maybe one.
It just has to be diverse.
Yeah, one white guy that gets killed.
Yeah, so diverse that for whatever reason they decided to turn the Japanese fucking light into goddamn freaking Alabama's best quarterback, John.
Yeah, John. Yeah, Light Turner.
Like, yeah.
I don't think any American would call their son Light.
Some might.
Well,
Weird
maybe. That's true. I do know somebody that they named their kid like fucking.
If they're a blue state.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird ones. So, like somebody I know somebody that named their kid Lyric.
Fucking weird.
Lyric.
Actually, that's the name of one of the Backstreet Boys kids.
Oh, is it Lyric?
Yeah, AJ's kids has a kid named Lyric. I mean, like, it's a weird name. If that's what they wanted, if the kid likes it, then fucking all the power to him.
Yeah, whatever. It's all good. You go to one live show and all of a sudden you fucking know his whole family history.
Yeah, I know. I'm following him on Twitter and shit now too, and fucking Instagram. I'm following them all. I'm like, fucking Backstreet Boys, man. They were awesome.
Yeah, how was the concert?
Honestly, I think it's right up there. I think it's probably the best concert I've been to, up there with Metallica. And I'm gonna say, like, I love Megadeth. Don't get me wrong, but he's not like a concert performer. He lets his music do the talking, and that's what I like about Dave Mustaine. He's got really fucking good music, but he doesn't have the light show or the pyro so much. He just, know, it's his music.
Yeah, it's just got the music. Yeah. Whereas a band like Metallica even, and I went to Sam Smith a couple of years ago, and like,
oh yeah,
his show is pretty good too. And a lot of those pop guys, because it's not just the music, they got to put on a show too.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was. It's like huge dancing, and there's a lot of talking.
Yeah, choreography and all shit like that. I went to this one stand-up comedian, and all he did was tell jokes for an hour. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's like, where's his dancing?
I was like, where's the music?
Well, I was actually part of the Backstreet Boys concert that I liked was the talking and like engaging with the crowd during this change, like the wardrobe changes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And like, so there are people who are just like, just sing, and it's like, well, they're doing a wardrobe, they're doing a show. It's not, you're not coming here just to listen to songs. It's not a fucking band.
Yeah.
They're performing.
Was Nick old enough to take off his shirt?
Funny you say that, but two of the guys, the oldest and the second youngest guy, so that's 51 and like 44 for the record. They did a wardrobe change on stage. They threw the tighty whities in the stands.
What? They're tidy.
Yeah.
They had dick out, or
they
what?
They were behind a freaking like screen. Eh?
Like they quick changed almost.
Yeah, they quick changed.
Okay,
they just had.
I thought you meant he just like whipped his dick out in the middle.
They're like, yeah, hey, anyway, here's my penis.
Did he slingshot him? Like,
yeah, one of them did.
You like put it on your thumb and then just a poink.
But they were funny while they're doing it and stuff, and they're chatting with the crowd and having a good time. I especially liked when they mentions like, all our ladies, and then ladies cheering, like all our guys here, and then yeah, woo! And I'm me being me in the concert. I was just like, hi, but
Hi.
yeah. And it says the thing that everyone already knew. It's like, guys, I knew it wasn't cool to like the Backstreet Boys for a long time, but now you're here, and we're homies. So hope you enjoy the show too. Like, yeah, I will.
Hey, you know
Thank
what?
you.
I would go too. I mean, I have no shame. I don't care. Even if people are like, it's a girl concert, I'm like, whatever, I'll go see him.
Well, they got some bangers too.
Fuck yeah, they do.
Yeah,
They're classic.
everybody.
Yeah.
There you go. See,
Come
awesome.
on, you guys could have done that at your wedding.
We could have. We should have. Didn't.
Don't worry. Speaking of slingshotting tidy whities, the last time that happened to me, Kyle did that to me. Only he had some shit stains in his.
Fuck.
When we were kids, he used to fucking do that all the time. It would drive me nuts. He'd fucking fling his underwear at me, and he always had fucking shit stains in him.
Jesus Christ. Someone's got to teach that boy to wipe.
Well, I think, hopefully, I can't speak for him. Oh, there's a train horn. Hello, train! But, yeah, hopefully he's better at wiping these days. I have not had any shitty underwear in my face yet lately, but, it's never too late.
Yeah, there's still time.
Yeah, but I specifically remember the old shit-stained underwear. The old Fruit of the Loom. Did I ever tell you about how he shit on me one time?
You did. Tell it for everybody.
Yeah, I think everybody needs to hear this. I don't think I've even told this on the podcast yet, surprisingly. But my sister was in a computer room when we were kids. I don't know how old we would have been. Old enough to fucking know better, I'll tell you that much. But I think we were probably like 14, 15, something like that. But yeah, I'm just sitting in a computer room. My sister's on Nexopia, because that's what girls did back then. And I'm just chatting with her, and then Kyle walks in the room in his underwear, which isn't abnormal. We were always in our underwear. Except for, Ashley wasn't, but we were, because we were fucking disgusting menaces. But yeah, Kyle walks in his underwear, and I'm like, sup? And then he just doesn't say a word, and he just he just pulls down his pants in front of me, and he's gonna fart in my face. But instead of farting in my face, he ends up shitting on me. And he shits on my knee. And I am fucking gagging. Because I'm like, he farts, but then I feel warm shit on my knee. And that warm shit was real shit. And I'm like, and I could just smell it just steaming up right into my nose. The heat, I'm like, I'm just gagging. I'm hopping up the stairs on one foot. And I'm like trying not to drip shit everywhere. Because I got diarrhea on me. And it's dripping down my leg into my toes. And I made it to the fucking bathroom and I'm washing my leg off. And needless to say, he didn't do that again. I just remember my sister like screaming, being like, "What happened?" And I'm like, "He shit on me." Oh
God.
Fucking good times.
You should have made sure it was only air for that one then.
Yeah, no shit. Or how about a better thing? Don't whip your pants down. Like what was his plan to do? A bare ass? Give me pink eye?
Shouldn't have done that after binging at Chipotle, eh? Damn.
I know, fucking Taco Bell. Taco Time, actually. It'll get you every time.
Taco Tuesday.
Fucking
right all over your leg.
That's right.
That's his Taco Tuesday on a Wednesday for you.
That was some melted burrito.
Jesus Christ.
That's one dead space marine. As Duke would say. Yeah. Well, actually, you know what Duke would say about that? He would say, "Get that crap out of here."
Oh, fuck. Well, yeah. I mean, Kyle technically did.
He did. He took it too literally. But yeah.
Oh.
So when do you guys plan on doing another podcast?
Fuck, who knows? When there's time.
You guys kind of
have a pretty busy month.
Yeah, you guys kind of just do it sporadically, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll
well, hey,
like I said, we want to do the movie, so.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I want to do that too. If you want to do that wrestling thing, I'll be down.
Yeah,
As
no,
long
right,
as long as they don't get caught stealing more rental cars in Calgary, we should be okay.
yeah. So long as that doesn't happen, and I feel absolutely not bad at all for ruining this guy's name, by the way, because it's kind of technically mostly my name. But he fucking did it to me first, okay? I was looking for jobs and stuff. Life was getting hard, and then I find out later that all these people I'm applying to fucking jobs and so thinking like, oh, and are you okay with the criminal background check? And confused looks, and it's like, yeah, I'm perfectly fine. It's like, it's we know from the news you have a criminal record. Like I found out freaking from my wife's friend saying like, holy shit, is he in trouble or something? It's like we're seeing his name all over the place and it kind of looks like him. And it's like, that's not him. and it's like, oh, so this is why it's been so hard to find a job. Some jackass with my fucking same name.
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
Frick.
It's to be fair, like it's not even a real common name, you know. If it was like, you know, Bruce Smith or something like that, it's like, okay, that's pretty common. But like, it's like, you know, what was his middle name?
David.
Kyle David Stremick.
Yeah, which is me.
What are the fucking odds?
Yeah.
And we'll flash that American Express card on screen again for those of you that missed it. But
get my sin sent to you right now.
Awesome. But yeah, this was fun, man. Though we have to do this again.
Oh, for sure.
I'll definitely have you back anytime. Ryan was supposed to be back this time, but and you were going to be a special guest. I was going to have like balloons and shit. I was going to pop them, and I was going to be like, and introducing in the green corner, dirty old.
Were we going to fight?
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Yeah, it was
going to have a boxing match.
You, me, Jake Paul, and KSI.
I thought we were going to be measuring dicks. You said that.
Well, we were going to do that, but I forgot my telescope. I can't see my dick right now.
Yeah, well, and Ryan's not here, so where's the fun in that?
Well, exactly. He's the one that's, you know, he's the one that gets it hard so I can measure it properly.
Yeah, no stripping on this podcast, though, I thought.
I know. That's going to be next time.
It's really weird that you have us start out in the full nude.
Yeah.
I've got the video on, but like I've never seen a video version of your podcast.
Yes, it's strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just make sure you don't compress that file when you send it over.
Yeah, no worries. When do you want me to stick this bottle up there?
Oh, we gotta save that for efuck.com.
Yeah. Oh.
That'll be a good one. But yeah, is there anything that you want to plug? I guess we plugged your podcast.
I mean, I got a stream at SASKkyle, twitch.SASKkyle or whatever the fuck they do for streams.
Right.
Other than that, like I'm barely on that. I just set up an Instagram for How Do We Strem Podcast too.
Okay.
I haven't done anything on it or sent any requests to anyone, but once I get a couple memes in the storage, it's gonna start flying off the shelf.
Right on. And that Instagram is just How Do We Strem?
It's HDWP or HDWS podcast. So How Do We Strem acronymed podcast. So
okay, all one word.
Oh, hey, actually, hold up. We suspended your account on August 28th, 2022. There are 27 days remaining to disagree with this decision. Your account doesn't follow our community guidelines. If we can't confirm your account, it will be permanently disabled. Okay, I got 27 days before it becomes an actual account, I guess, or gets canceled. I don't know what I did. I didn't post shit.
What?
Yeah, it's telling me that I'm
WSDM podcast.
It's HDWS podcast. How do you stream podcast?
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck? Why is that a community guidelines?
That's a good question.
What the fuck?
Did I accidentally put my penis up here?
Fuck, maybe you did post this video. Maybe is it live right now on Instagram?
Holy shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, well, I'm banned for fucking some reason.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, I guess I'll figure out that.
Well, either way, it's hopefully, guys, once he gets it up running that on Instagram, it's HDWS Podcast on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
Assuming he gets that account back. That's fucking weird.
I was assuming.
And
Jeez, what could have I possibly done?
and yeah, check and check him out on twitch.tv / SASKkyle, right?
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I was gonna actually try to compete for the world record with Ryan on longest ad reads. Or
you can do it.
Or sorry, longest plugs, I guess you'd say. I was laughing because it's funny because when I first started this podcast, I would kind of be like, check me out on Twitter, Code Manliness, and then twitch.tv / Code Manliness, and this. Now it's like at the end of my podcast, I'm just like, if I have a guest, I'll be like, plug your stuff, whatever you have. But as far as the podcast, all I say is, and I'll say it right now to end this, remember to follow the podcast on all social media. Links are in the description below. See you guys next time.
Fast. That's awesome. That's super fast.
Thanks for coming on today, Strem.
Yeah, no problem. Is this the part where we ramble on for the next 45 minutes?
Well, I was thinking about that, but
That's how I end my podcast.
I'd rather just watch your video. Can you bring that to me?
Talk about welcome, welcome Raycon. There's a welcome to Raccoon.
Raid Shadow Legends.
That's the one.
So anyway, since the podcast is over now, this is my big 12-inch dildo. Do you see that on the webcam? It's a nice one. Oh fuck! I'm still recording.
I can fit. Oh shit! I can fit that up there.
Oh god! Fucking turn it off! Turn that camera off!